So there's a quick video on putting in the extended slide locks in the larger frame. So this is a G21 P80 version, the 80% frame. And one of the big differences you can see is inside here, right here, is a slightly different looking housing. It looks a lot more opened up in the standard 9mm version. And in this, it looks pretty like a small slot on a real big, meaty frame. So let's just get the old Cross Armory extended slide lock. Oop. That open. So the benefit of these is that they have a little hat shape to them. They go straight up and in. This is that Gen 5 style. Let's see if it'll focus on it. No, it won't. Great. So anyway, that's that Gen 5 style. The previous Gen 3 style that you might catch out there pretending to be Gen 5 looks like this, where it's just straight angles on the right and left sides coming straight up. That's not going to work out for anything like this G21 or your Gen 5 stuff, because if you overlap it, you can see they changed that. They cut that corner and skinnied it up a little bit. So what you got to do, get the new version. Make sure it's shaped like this. There's even a little video on the Cross Armory website that talks about how people are pretending that the old one will work, and it won't. So anyway, you slide it in. This doesn't have the spring in yet. So this uses a compression spring instead of the wire spring in a Gen 3. So, you know, a little compression spring goes inside of here. This spring has seen better days because it's been taken in and out. It sits in there. And then what you do is you take this slide lock and you slide it in like this. You can see it hits the spring inside of there, and you say, oh gosh, I can't get it in. But what you want to do is take your tool, push it down all the way in, and then from the side just push kind of at an upward angle, and it'll catch it. And then you can push it the rest of the way. And then you kind of rock it down like that. So you can see I've got it rocked right there. And you can see the spring is compressed. You can kind of see that compressed spring in there. But it's compressed in there, and we're just overlapping it. So as I push the rest of the way, it's going to rock in and over and snap in. And this shape here is designed to fit perfectly in this little slot. So watch as this happens right now. There you go. And now it's up. It's perfect, and it fits perfectly in that little slot right the way it's supposed to, the way Glock intended. And there you are, as easy as that. Now to get this thing out, the process is not nearly as easy. It is very tricky because of that compression spring. We sell replacement compression springs. This happens to me all the time, happens to every gunsmith. What you want to do is you want to press down on the top with a tool and compress this down, and you want to press on this edge to get it out. Well, what happens a lot of times is that spring, get your tool and you press from here. What will happen is the spring will get stuck, and you have to kind of overcome the spring. But sometimes you get lucky, like in this video where I look like I totally know what I'm doing. In fairness, I do, but I've messed up lots of springs. And as this comes out, you see it's held like this, it's rocking. Put your finger over, because when you pull this out, that spring will shoot across the room and you'll lose it forever. Boop, pop it out. And there's your spring sitting happily in there. Now, if you didn't put your finger over it, the thing would have shot across the room, you would have lost it. And that is the technique for putting it in, taking it out. All right, fellas, happy hunting.